Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology.
Hi everyone. First, let me introduce myself. This is Dr. A Viji Amutha Mary, Professor, Department of CSE, Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology. Hope you have seen my previous lecture on Li-Fi technology. If you have not, then you can see the link in the description of this video. So happy to see you again on another topic. So in this video, we are going to discuss how to reverse a number. We are going to discuss the algorithm, coding part, and the logic behind the program. So first, we are framing the algorithm. First, we have to declare the necessary variables required for reversing the number. So here we require three variables: the number n, the variable reverse, and another variable reminder. So the reverse is the variable here which we are going to store the result. So initialize reverse as 0, obtain an integer variable, obtain an integer as input, check while n is not equal to 0. So if the condition is true, then you have to do the following calculation steps. First, we are calculating the remainder. So remainder is calculated as n modulo division by 10. So this operator is called as the modulo division. So this operator returns the remainder after division. Next, we are calculating reverse. So reverse is calculated like multiplying the reverse by 10 and then adding it with remainder. Then we are dividing the number by 10 and we are storing the quotient in n. So after doing these calculation steps, so we are coming out of the while loop and finally we are printing the reversed number which is stored in the variable rev. Okay, so this is the algorithm part. These algorithmic steps are converted into coding part. So here you can see here, the very first line in coding is to include the header file. So here we have included like hash include stdio.h. So stdio stands for standard input output. It is a header file which includes the necessary information for including the functions such as scanf and printf. So if you want to use scanf and printf in your program, then you have to include this header file stdio. The next line is void main. So this is the entry point to the program. Void is the keyword which indicates that the function does not return any value. The next is the main keyword. So within the curly brackets, we are writing the coding part. First, we are declaring the integer variables. So here we take only integer variables for reversing a number program. The variables are n, reverse and remainder. So 0 is initialized to the variable reverse. Okay. The next step is you have to obtain an integer variable as input. Before that, you are including a printf statement, printf, enter an integer. So this is for our convenience. This is for user convenience. So as soon as you execute the program, the monitor will display this line, enter an integer. Okay, so you have to give the input. The next line is scanf %d followed by ampersand n. So this is the syntax of scanf statement. Here the %d is called as a format specifier which tells the compiler about the type of data to be scanned. So here the type of data, that is n, is an integer variable. So we are using the format specifier %d. Okay. So here for scanf statement, you have to use this operator ampersand, that is address operator. So this operator returns the location of the variable n. Okay, this operator returns the location of the variable n. So now we are entering the while loop. So while we have the condition n not equal to 0. So as long as the condition is true, the while loop will be executed. When the condition fails, it will come out of the while loop and it will print the reversed number. So let us see the steps in the while loop. While n not equal to 0, the same steps in the algorithm we are writing here. as coding. Remainder equal to n modulo division by 10, reverse equal to reverse multiplied by 10 and then adding it with remainder, n equal to n divided by 10. Then outside the while loop, we are printing the reversed number which is stored in the variable REV. So the entire program is given here. The highlighted part represents the core of the program. So this is the core part. Now we are going to see the logic of the program and we are going to work out with an example. So we have taken the core part while n not equal to 0 and the calculation steps. Now we have taken an example n as 345. Okay, the value of n is 345. The initial value of reverse is 0. So now we are going to work out with this example. So while the value of n is 345, while 345 not equal to 0. So here the condition is true. 345 not equal to 0 is a true condition. So the calculation steps are executed. It will enter the while loop and the steps inside the while loops are executed. So first it will calculate the remainder. So remainder will be equal to 345 modulo division by 10. So this modulo operator, as I told you already, it gives the remainder as output. So 345 when it is divided by 10, it gives the remainder 5. Then it calculates reverse. Reverse equal to the value of reverse into 10 plus remainder. So the value of reverse is 0. 0 multiplied by 10 is 0. When it is added with 5, it gives the output as 5. Then finally we are calculating n. N equal to n divided by 10. So the value of n is 345. When it is divided by 10, it gives the quotient 34. So now the value of n is 34 in the first iteration. Now the while loop is executed once. At the end of the first iteration, these are the results. The value of remainder is 5, the value of reverse is 5 and the value of n is 34. So the value of n is 34. Again the while condition is checked. While 34 not equal to 0. So 34 not equal to 0 is also a true condition. So since the condition is true, it executes the steps inside the while loop. Again the remainder is found out. Remainder is calculated as n modulo division by 10. Now the updated value of n is 34. So 34 when it is divided by 10, it gives the remainder 4. And reverse is calculated as the value of reverse into 10 plus remainder. So the updated value of reverse is 5. When it is multiplied by 10, it gives the value 50. 50 plus 4 which is equivalent to 54. And then we are calculating n. N is equal to updated value of n divided by 10. That is 34 divided by 10 will give the quotient 3. So we have completed the while loop twice. At the end of the second iteration, the value of remainder is 4, the value of reverse is 54 and the value of n is 3. So the while condition is checked. While 3 not equal to 0. Now the updated value of n is 3. While 3 not equal to 0. 3 not equal to 0 is a true condition. So again the steps inside the while loop are executed. Remainder is calculated. Remainder equal to updated value of n modulo division by 10 which is equivalent to 3. Then reverse is calculated. Reverse equal to updated value of reverse, that is 54 multiplied by 10 which is 540 and then it is added with 3 which gives the result 543. Now calculate n. N is equal to updated value of n divided by 10. It will give the quotient 0. So now 3 iterations are completed. At the end of the third iteration, we have these values: remainder equal to 3, reverse equal to 543 and n equal to 0. So again the condition in the while loop is checked. While n not equal to 0. So while 0 not equal to 0, now the condition is false. 0 not equal to 0 is a false condition. So it will not enter the steps inside the while loop and it will exit the while loop and it will print the result. So now the result is stored in the variable reverse. So the value 543 is stored in the variable reverse. The value is printed here. So that is the logic of the program reversing a number. It's very easy. Hope you like the video. I'll meet you soon with another video. Thank you.